Hello, directors. Now, this one's going to be a bit of a rant about gun laws, not only in the US, but how we deal with gun laws over here in the UK as well. And I'm doing this because on Wednesday, a 19-year-old called Nicholas Cruz went into a school that he used to attend, set off a fire alarm so more people would be in the corridors, shot and killed 17 people. When's it going to stop? When is it going to stop? Right. I get the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. I understand that. But that's more than 200 years old now. Surely another amendment has got to be... Surely the amendment has got to be amended. I don't know if that's even a... Oh, God. But, look... It's getting ridiculous, to be honest, and... Okay. Look. United Kingdom has had its issues with firearms and shootings as well. So don't worry, this isn't going to be a biased argument. Well, I'm going to try not and make it a biased argument anyway. Right. In 1987, Michael Robert Ryan committed the Hungerford Massacre. He shot and killed 16 people, including his own mother. He shot 15 people more, but those 15 people survived the attack. He used a Type 56 semi-automatic rifle, an M1 carbine, a Beretta 92 FS. Dr. John Hamilton from Broadmoor Hospital suspected his motive was due to the fact that he had suspected acute schizophrenia and or psychosis. Now, if you're not aware of Broadmoor held the prisoner known as Peter Sutcliffe. Now, he was a very sick and dangerous man. He attained the nickname the Yorkshire Ripper. Yeah, he wasn't a very pleasant gentleman, to be quite honest. But Broadmoor also held the prisoner Ronnie Cray, one half of the notorious Cray twins, who severely suffered with schizophrenia. Now, if John Hamilton from Broadmoor thinks he was dangerous, then, jeez. And we tried to fix the issue. In 1998, the Firearms Amendment Act was put into place. This confined the use of semi-automatic rifles, pump-action centre-fire rifles, explosive ammo firing missile weapons, short shotguns with magazines, and completely prohibited pump-action rifles and self-loading rifles as well. And you must be over 18 to require any type of replica or real firearm in this country. But that didn't really solve the issue, because in 1996 the Dunbar Massacre happened. Thomas Watt Hamilton killed 17 people, 17 more, but those were thankfully non-fatal injuries. He used a 9mm Browning HM pistol, two of them in fact, Smith & Wesson M19 and a Magnum revolver, two of them as well. Good God. So, in 1997, the Firearms Amendment, another Amendment Act was put into place. Short firearms were prohibited, banned private possession of any handguns almost completely. But there were some exceptions. Pistols used in notorious crimes, so in 1996, Ronnie Cray shot George Cornell with a Luger. For example, that Luger would be put up for auction, and a collector or a historian would buy it. For example, that would be fine. Rare prototypes. I have no idea what a rare prototype firearm is. I'm not very widened on that knowledge, or if you're part of a film, television, or theatre company, now you must provide evidence of it. So you need to provide evidence of certain things. You know, your age, you know, that you're actually living in this country legally, and that you're actually part of a theatre, television, or film company. So it seems that we haven't had a mass shooting since then. Right. Should we talk about the US? Yeah, let's. So, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Okay, that was put into effect in 1789. That is 229 years ago. But the argument with that is prohibition was put into effect in 1920, but another amendment in 1933 repealed prohibition. So in 1920, the sales of alcohol was made illegal, but in 1933 it was made legal again. You can easily do that with firearms. They're legal to buy now, but you can easily make them either extremely restricted purchasing, or just make them illegal in general. I mean, another argument is kids can be trained to use them. I think they should be not only should they be 18 or over to purchase, 18 or over to be trained. In 2014, Charles Vaker, a gun instructor, was shot and killed by a 9-year-old girl with an Uzi. 9 years old. I was riding around on my bike when I was 9 years old, not messing around with firearms. This is insane though. In 1968, since 1968 in fact, 1,516,863 people have been killed in the US by firearms. That's an average of 168 people every 2 days. Look, this needs to stop, to be honest, and thoughts and prayers aren't going to do anything. Yes, you know, it shows that we have sympathy towards them, but sympathy is not going to bring back people who were shot in Las Vegas, Florida, Orlando. It just won't. But I find it weird how people... Right, in 2016, Texas introduced a law allowing concealed weapons on university campuses. We get fidget spinners confiscated at schools, for crying out loud. We can't even take a fidget spinner to school. So why... Ah, Jesus. I mean... And to buy a firearm... the people buying or selling the firearms can choose to use the National Instant Criminal Background Check system. 30 states in the US solely rely on this system, okay? And it only takes 10 minutes. It only takes 10 minutes. I mean, a conversation about the gun that you want to buy should take longer. Alright. I want to talk about Las Vegas. I really want to talk about this. So, on the 1st of October last year, Stephen Paddock shot and killed 58 people and injured 851 more, 422 of which were by firearm. He was targeting the audience at the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival on the Las Vegas Strip, and it has been now known as the deadliest mass shooting in US history. And computer forensics discovered several hundred images of child pornography on his computer. I mean, if they'd have done more thorough background checks, they would have discovered that and he would have been put behind bars. Just me? I don't know if an ATF 4473 was conducted on him. That is a test that checks for prior convictions or any red flags. Obviously, actually, if they had, maybe the pornography would have been discovered. A doctor described him as odd and showing little emotion. I mean, this is the weirdest fact. Toy guns, toys, toy firearms are banned in Las Vegas, but real firearms aren't. I mean, that's just confusing. In the UK, we are allowed toy guns, but they've got on the tip of the toy gun, there's an orange tip, so people can easily tell the difference between a real firearm and a toy one. Look, to be honest, something needs to be done, because it's just going to keep happening again and again and again. And it will get to a point where it'll be, well, actually, it's not going to get to a point because it already is. It already is too little too late. We've already, like I said, over 1 million people have been killed since 1968 by guns alone. And there's people out there who are dangerous, and I get the Constitution, but it is okay to change it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, this video is already over 10 minutes long, and I don't want to go on forever because I'm just going to end up repeating myself. And I really don't. I want to share my opinion with you guys, but at the end of the day, I'm just a boy from the UK, just voicing his opinion, and I really don't think my video will make a scrap of a difference, to be honest. But, anyway, like and share if you enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments of what's been happening recently of America's gun laws. Right, I will see you at 4 PM on Wednesday. Bye, guys.